Why am I still a Christian? Good question. There's violence in the world that strips many of their livelihood and their loved ones. So why would a loving God make that happen if he really does exist? I walk through the streets of London on these freezing cold days and see homeless people on the streets begging, hurting, crying out for help. And the little £1.50 I have in my purse is all the possible change I could give. But that wouldn't buy them a home, happiness, warmth. If God is so benevolent and apparently owns everything, why would he not share with them from his abundance? I hurt. There have been times that I hurt so badly, I literally cried myself to sleep, feeling like my physical heart would break. As I sobbed into my pillow, I cried, "God, please take the pain away." And it never left. In fact, it remained for ages, and some issues still haunt me now. Where was my friend, God, then? All-powerful as he is said to be, why didn't he use his power to remove my pain immediately? My loved ones have died when he could have healed them. Certain people like me less when I say I'm a Christian. Friends have walked away when I begged him to make them stay. I found myself in tight struggles even after I called him to get me out of them. Does God even still hear my prayers if he really is there? Why am I still a Christian? Allow me to share my simple response to that question. Something in my heart tells me that God never left this world. Our world left God. Evil happens in this world because of what we as humans do, but we blame God for the consequences of our own selfishness. Here's an example. I was thinking recently about homelessness in London and thought, how is it that in an affluent country like England, so many are without? The truth is, so many have so much and choose not to share. The earth is full of resources that have been misused and even hidden or protected for the profit of a few. People have numerous multi-million-pound houses and yet have no inclination in their heart to give up one home to build a hostel for the homeless. Huge companies who should be paying into the economy find legal loopholes that nobody is closing to avoid paying taxes. They probably hold 95% of the profit they make from us, give none back for the upkeep of the country, and while we scream recession, they shut their ears and keep cashing checks. A selfish person can't be cured of their selfishness if they have no will to be cured. So why now do we think people are homeless still? We hurt. I've hurt, but I still believe God is there, because had I not had low moments in my life, I would never have seen how much strength God had actually given me that I hadn't used yet. I've hurt to help others heal. I've cried so I know how to approach someone else who cries. Consider the fact that if you always did what felt comfortable and within reach, you would never have learnt to walk. You had to fall and hurt yourself and pluck up the courage to try again. That's life. I believe in the God of the Bible. I believe in Jesus. I don't believe in the hateful Jesus that some speak of and who they say lives in their life, who hates everyone and feels he's the best and everyone else is rubbish. I do believe in the Jesus that was never afraid to tell people when he disagreed with things that they did, but still loved those people so much he would help them find the right way. I don't believe in the Jesus that turns away outsiders. I do believe in the Jesus who wants all to come to know God for who he really is. I don't believe in the Jesus that lies, cheats people out of their money, says whatever sounds pleasing to get people on side, and behaves immorally, expecting nobody to speak a word of it. I do, however, believe in the Jesus who speaks truth always, acts justly, stands by one word without switching opinions, and lived out what he preached. I wish sometimes that people would actually read about Jesus from the Bible and not just from another person's example, Because if we saw who the real walking, talking Jesus of the Bible was, we'd understand that what he stood for was actually hugely commendable, admirable even. We'd also see that what goes wrong in the world is not just another strand of his supposed hateful and unkind nature. He actually really loves us. And we'd understand that even in the tough situations of life, he develops an underlying plan for an overall good outcome. We just don't always see it. His love for us says, I'll allow you to feel the consequences of your wrong so you know not to do that next time. I'll let you make the choice to love and follow me because I value you enough to give you a choice and not treat you like my robot. I want you to see how much you have in you, so I'll allow you to walk through testing situations to draw it to the surface. I want you to progress and to be right, so I'll be honest with you. I love you, even if you don't love me. And with every sunrise, I'll give you another day, another opportunity to get close to me until it's time to close your last chapter of life. And that Jesus dying on the cross and rising again stuff, even I can say that according to logic, it's an absurd notion. But have you ever considered how intricately you were made? Your heart, your lungs, your veins, your hands, your feet, your fingerprints. Why weren't you built with your heart on the right-hand side? Why don't you have 3 lungs? How do you wake up every day without someone switching something on? You're made with a design just like everyone else, but yet so uniquely. You're a walking, talking miracle, and you probably don't even realize it. How did that even happen? Your own existence is logistically absurd. So I'll end by saying this. The Jesus that I know, the one I've read about in the Bible, the one that challenges me to live right each day, I want you to meet him too. I believe that all he really wants is for you to know him truly and to follow his ways. The caring and real nature of his person displays characteristics that I believe, if we all really lived by, would change our world for the better. He's not only for those who are already supposedly good. He came to show us, imperfect beings, what perfection looks like and how to keep trying each day to get better, to grow. It doesn't mean every day of life will be easy, but it does attach a purpose to all of the struggles we face. Most importantly, he wants you, yes, you, to be with him forever after this life ends. I want you to know Jesus, the real Jesus, because he's the reason why I'm still a Christian.